This video is for educational purposes only. Amanita muscaria is a wild mushroom with psychoactive properties. Do not consume any wild mushrooms without expert guidance from a mycologist. Always prioritize safety and consult professionals before foraging or using any fungi. Amanita muscaria, the mushroom that inspired Santa. That's right, today we're diving deep into this fascinating fly Agaric mushroom that's been misunderstood for centuries. While most people dismiss it as just a poisonous toadstool, we'll uncover its true nature, counter the myths with science-backed facts, and reveal why it's more than meets the eye. Stick around because by the end you'll see the world of fungi differently. Us nature enthusiasts versus those who walk right past these wonders. You'll gain knowledge to impress your friends, spot it safely in the wild, and even connect it to cultural icons. So, what ancient rituals and modern surprises does this mushroom hide? First, let's tackle the basics. What exactly is Amanita muscaria? This striking mushroom, also known as fly agaric, is a member of the Amanita family. But don't let that scare you off. Unlike its deadly cousins, Amanita phalloides or the destroying angel, Amanita muscaria isn't typically fatal. It's an ectomycorrhizal fungus, meaning it forms a symbiotic partnership with tree roots, helping forests thrive. Found worldwide in coniferous and birch woods, it pops up in late summer to fall, sporting that classic red cap, sometimes orange and yellow. But here's a little known fact to counter the misconception that all amanitas are killers. According to a study in the journal Mycologia, deaths from this mushroom are extremely rare, often due to misidentification or overconsumption. Most effects are hallucinogenic, not lethal. How did it get its name, fly agaric? Keep watching and we'll circle back to that. How to identify Amanita muscaria. Look for a cap that's 4 to 10 inches wide, vivid red or orange and yellow, dotted with white warts, veil remnants that cover the cap. The gills underneath are white and free from the stem, which is thick, white, and has a skirt-like ring near the top with a bulbous base. It typically grows in groups near pine, birch, fir, oak, and cottonwood trees. A common myth: those white spots aren't poisonous, they're just protective tissue. Expert mycologist David Aurora in Mushrooms Demystified notes that proper ID prevents confusion with toxic lookalikes. Remember, always double check with a field guide or a mycologist. Now on to its rich history. This is where things get intriguing. Amanita muscaria has been part of human culture for millennia. In ancient Siberia, shamans used it in rituals for visionary experiences, as documented in ethnographic studies by researchers like R. Gordon Wasson. It may even be the soma drink in Rig Veda, an ancient Indian text praised for granting divine insights. That's from a Royal Society of Chemistry article linking it to euphoric effects. The Vikings allegedly consumed it before battles for berserker rage, though that's debated. But a common misconception is that it's purely a dangerous psychedelic. Nope, its use dates back thousands of years in folklore as a fly killer, hence the name, as it attracts and kills flies. How could this mushroom tie into Christmas? It's not what you think. In snowy Siberian forest, indigenous shamans would harvest Amanita muscaria during winter solstice, drying them on pine branches like ornaments on a Christmas tree. They'd enter yurts through the smoke hole, akin to a chimney, delivering hallucinogenic gifts that made people feel like they were flying. Reindeer who loved eating these mushrooms would prance wildly under the influence. Ethnobotanist Jonathan Ott proposed in 1976 this inspired Santa's red and white suit, flying sleigh, and tree decorations. Crazy, right? It's a theory backed by cultural anthropologists, showing how Amanita muscaria shaped Christmas. What do you think about this story? Share your comments below. Stick around to the end of this video for the most interesting facts about Amanita Muscaria. Now let's discuss in a little more detail Amanita muscaria's uses. Traditionally, it's been used for its psychoactive compounds like muscimol, which can induce altered states. But again, not recommended without expertise. In nature, it plays a vital role as a mycorrhizal partner, exchanging nutrients with trees to boost forest health, as per a 2021 NDPI review on its ecology. Some people explore microdosing for mood support, though unsupported by the FDA. Countering the myth it's useless or just toxic, indigenous groups used it medicinally for pain, per historical accounts. But what are some of the most surprising facts? Did you know reindeer deliberately seek out Amanita muscaria for its effects? Observed in wildlife studies. That ties back to Santa's flying reindeer. Beyond folklore, emergent research from institutions like Harvard suggests its compounds could inspire new anxiety treatments, though still experimental. Amanita's red hue warns predators, yet it secretly supports entire ecosystems by recycling nutrients. The fly agaric isn't a villain, it's a forest hero, as quoted by mycologist Paul Stamets. Now for some little known bonus facts. Let's dive into a few more mind benders that go beyond the basics. Did you know that while many call it a psychedelic, it's actually classified as a deliriant? Unlike classic psychedelics like psilocybin that work on serotonin receptors, Amanita muscaria's muscimol targets GABA receptors, leading to dreamlike states rather than profound insights. This counters a common myth that it's just another magic mushroom. It's more like a natural sedative with hallucinatory twists. Ever felt like floating? Users report sensations of weightlessness and heightened senses. But beware, regular use could be harmful due to potential toxicity buildup. Building on that, recent studies highlight its surprising potential benefits. For instance, extracts from the mushroom have shown neuroprotective effects in lab tests, possibly shielding brain cells from damage. Think of it as a forest guardian for your neurons. People in some surveys use it topically for pain, while others use it for relaxation or sheer curiosity. It can be risky if not prepared properly. A 2023 study even found it boosts pro-inflammatory responses in immune cells, thanks to compounds like trehalose, hinting at anti-inflammatory roles. Now here's something to ponder. Its popularity is spiking, with researchers noting a rise in its use and related poisonings, worrying public health experts. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. The FDA's 2024 review points to emerging research on therapeutic compounds for things like anxiety, though nothing's approved yet. Next time you're in the woods, look a little closer at the forest floor. You just might find Amanita muscaria. Subscribe for more nature secrets. Hit the bell to never miss an upload. Thanks for watching. Stay curious.